So here's the thing, I haven't broken this imaginary glass ceiling. While I'm good at several things, I don't know that I'm that good at any of them to be considered an expert. So I'm a media coach, great. I'm a content creator, yay. I'm a TV host, awesome. But which one of these things really brings me the most joy? I am literally a creative stuck in the middle. So today I want to talk about a struggle that I have been facing for quite a while now. And that struggle has a lot to do with me being a content creator for the past 10 years and now wanting to transition into a media coach, content coach. Do I follow the trends or do I lean into my expertise? Do I force myself to become this beauty creator or do I talk about the things that I know and love? Do I give into the pressures of the numbers and the algorithm and the likes and the views and the shares to create content that's not authentically me? Or do I create content that comes from my soul, content that comes from my spirit, content that I know lights me up from the inside? It's a struggle. And with social media being what it is today, the TikToks and Reels and Instagram constantly changing its platform, it's been really hard for content creators like myself to figure out what to do next. So let me just give you some background as to where I started. I actually worked in broadcast and print journalism for a very long time, at least 15 years or so. I've actually anchored TV newscasts for national stations in the Bahamas. I have written for just about all of the local newspapers. And then one day I up and quit my job because I wanted to pursue something that felt better to me. I wanted to pursue something that felt real, that felt natural, and that was a lot less stressful. And so I quit my job cold turkey to become a blogger. Over the years, that has blossomed and bloomed into so many different things. And for a very long time, I was this lifestyle travel blogger and influencer. I have traveled all over the world, shared so many of those stories right here on YouTube and on my other platforms. And I just was creating content that came naturally to me. That time though, social media audiences were a lot different. They wanted to come along with you on your journeys. They loved watching from the outside the things that you did. They loved being the spectator to your life. They loved seeing how you do a thing, how you dressed away, places that you went, things that you ate. And so it was just easy to create content around my life and the places I was going and the things I was doing at the time. But these days, social media audience are so different. Instead of straight up entertainment, they now want edutainment. So don't just show me how you wore that dress. Teach me how to style it. Don't just show me how you rock those braids in your hair. Teach me how I can also braid it or get my hair braided like that. Don't just show me that you went to Morocco and had this grandiose time. Show me how I could get there too, girl. And so with that in mind, a lot of content creators have now had to pivot. And we've heard that word a lot recently, but we have had to pivot to now figure out how can I now create this new wave of content for my audience. They no longer want me to just show them my beautiful life. They now want to create beautiful lives for themselves. And so a lot of creators have now had to transition into edutainment. I now have to teach you while entertaining you. And why has that been a struggle? Well, for one like me, I have never considered myself a teacher. Now my audience is demanding, or audiences generally are demanding to learn, to be put on, stop gatekeeping like they say. But I think also as content creators, we needed that push. We needed that push to get out of creating the same content over and over again. Giving entertainment without the value, giving the great photos without valuable information to go with it, giving awesome videos without some value system behind it. And so I think we all needed that push to really create a new wave of content. And so I said, okay, bet, I got you. This is what y'all want. This is what I'll provide. But then I realized, girl, what you gonna teach? Girl, you ain't no teacher. Girl, this is not your lane. And for the longest time, I struggled with figuring out how do I find my place. If you scroll on TikTok, everyone on there is teaching you how to do something. If you scroll on Instagram now, everyone on there is teaching you how to do something. And for me, I struggled for the longest time. What can I teach? What value can I give? What level of edutainment can I provide my audience? And for the longest time, it ran away from me. I literally fell into slump after slump after slump because I just felt like I could not get it. I couldn't figure out how to now grow with my audience. I couldn't figure out how to provide the same level of value that I provided back then and make them feel the same way they felt about me. My audience for a long time was also very stagnant. And that's when I knew that I had to do something. I had to now get on board with what was happening globally with social media. I dabbled with a lot of stuff. I played around with a lot of things and just nothing seemed to click. And that is until the beginning of this year, 2023, when I said to myself, I have to stop running from what's authentic to me. I have to stop dodging the thing that I know I can do. I have to stop ducking away from the thing that is in my wheelhouse and that is my expertise. And honestly, that's media. I literally sat down to my laptop over 2 days and came up with a 5-page strategy document as to how I will create content for my audience moving forward. And let me tell you, with every letter that I typed, with every word that I typed, with every paragraph that I typed, I just felt this immense sense of relief. You know why I felt relieved? Because I know that creating this content would allow me to show up as my most authentic self. Everything else that I was doing over the past year and a half was kind of hopping on trends, throwing something on the wall and hoping that it stuck. But I knew that this new level of content was going to be the thing that presented me as my most authentic self and that would also find my new audience. So here are 4 ways that you can become unstuck in your creative journey. These are 4 strategies that I've used over the past several months to really gain the clarity that I needed to continue on in this journey. The first thing is to remember what you are knowledgeable in, what you are trained in, and what your expertise is. I think a lot of times we put our classical training on the back burner because it's not popular, it's not cute, it's not the beauty, hair, makeup, fitness, trendy material that you think people want to see. But what we are passionate about is usually what we're well trained in. It really helps to stand out in an industry where there are so many people doing so much of the same thing. Number 2 is to always remember to enjoy the trend, but not always become the trend. I said it on my Twitter the other day, and I'm like, I don't know why TikTok think I'm one of the hair, makeup, wig tutorial girlies, because I'm not. It's all they show me in my For You page, and I'm like, girl, it's just not me. And so even though I see these types of content trending, I refuse to become that trend just because it's popular. It's just not me. It doesn't fit what I do. It doesn't fit what I want to do, know what I want to share. So I won't become the trend. Number 3 is to plan and strategize. I told you at the top of this video how I literally sat down over several days and planned out, strategized down to the T my content strategy moving forward. Once you decide which lane you want to play in, you have to really decipher what you want that to look like. That helps me to stick to the plan. I have that on black and white. I have that printed out. I have that stuck up in my house, and that really helps me to stick to the plan even when the algorithm keeps showing me what's trending, what's popular, what other people are doing. I have a plan and I'm going to stick to it. And that literally takes me into my other point. You have to stick with what's been working for you. And honestly, that's why I am back to doing YouTube videos. YouTube videos have been working for me. And for quite a while, I kind of dissed YouTube to kind of go on Instagram, learn more about TikTok, do all that other stuff. And so you have to stick with what works for you, whether that's your style of content, your platform, your audience, the things you say in your videos, stick with what works. At the end of the day, content creation is not an easy game, and it requires a lot of focus, a lot of practice, and a lot of pivoting when needs be. Audiences are constantly changing. They are constantly demanding new, different, more, and we have to be here to give that to them. I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comments if it did. Let me know your favorite part, and let me know how you are going to become unstuck on your content creation journey. See you next time.